Alright guys, welcome back. This is Gamedill Plays. Back to a little bit of Minecraft here. Where we left off, it was raining for a little while. So that just died down. We're gonna go check out this cave because I really wanted to explore it because we finally found a good little batch of stuff here. I need to figure out what I'm trying to do here, getting prepared for the cave, I guess. So we're gonna go down there, explore, see what we can find. So between the last video and this one, we had Christmas and then New Year's, and I intended to post some stuff, videos that is, when Christmas finally ended. You know, I was gonna post a few things, and that kind of got interrupted by a little bit of sickness that I stumbled upon. It was pretty great. Ended up with strep throat, so I fought that for, I'd say, 4 or 5 days. I heard a zombie there. He might be hanging out up there, something like that. So yeah, we had quite a time there, but anyway, I don't want to get too into the personal stuff. We're going to explore this cave a bit. My assumption is that we're going to find, yep, monsters up there, just like I thought. We recently updated here. We are on version 1.11.2, I believe, is the update number. So there's a good bit of new stuff, nothing we have our hands on yet. Most notably the really cool trick with the elytra, where you can use the fireworks to propel yourself. I think that's super awesome. Really excited to see the updates the way they are in this game still. Not too many games have this long of a lifespan, so it's really cool to see. We're gonna veer off to the left here. See if we can find anything neat. Another cave. This is pretty weird stuff here. I got an iron ingot out of that guy. This is gonna kind of be a bit rambly, not really anything structured. I'm just gonna kind of go with it. A lot of monsters down that way, so I don't want to go down there yet. So we'll kind of mark this off as an area to explore. Okay. Keep going this way, I suppose. Now, that was a dead end. So I'm gonna start mining some of these materials. Yeah, so I'm gonna ramble a bit here. I'm not going by script or anything, and it's a little late at night, so I'm definitely going to do a worse job at talking than I did in the previous video. And I'm pretty sure in the previous video all I talked about was how hard it was to talk, so I don't think it's going to be any better. It'll just be maybe some different topics. I don't want to go that way for sure, but there could be some diamonds down there, so we'll save that for another, not time, but ooh, yeah, he's bad news. Oof. God, they're so ridiculous now. Sheesh. Skeletons in this game. I don't even have food. I knew I wasn't prepared. Oh gosh. Did I even have like a structured food source? Is this where I messed up? I didn't come prepared in the slightest? I think that's where I messed up. So we're gonna come back up here and maybe we'll be working on a bit of our farm today. I don't know anymore. Guess we got a little bit of resources there, not much of anything though. A couple of iron ore, coal. So let's see what we got out here at least. completely missed the door. That's the pillar I used for the thumbnail. I'm definitely leaving it there. Okay. We did set up those cows, so the sooner I can get wheat, the better. Definitely want to be able to breed them and set up a farm as quick as we can here. I did not realize my food situation was this bad. It's been a minute since I've played, obviously, so I kind of forgot where we left off. So as you guys know, I've also been throwing a couple of different videos out there content wise. Like I added a couple of games here and there. I added Dungeon Souls. That's one of the ones I put a video up of, at least. I will be doing the Binding of Isaac, which hopefully I'll throw that video up there pretty soon after this one goes up. We'll go right here with the water source. Okay. Since we know it's right there, we can do this. And it's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll leave that torch back where it was. Perfect right there. Now, we also don't have a bed, which is kind of an issue, which means we might have to be going back in the cave without food. Or the little bit of zombie flesh that we have, I guess, is going to be our source of food. So this is going to be fun. That's new. When did they start? In the top right there, they started putting your status effects, I guess. They might have added that like multiple updates ago and I just had no clue, because I'm obviously kind of running back to the game. I don't know exactly what the deal is anymore with this stuff. There's a skeleton up there. That's very dangerous. Okay, so we'll start down here, I guess, and we'll mine our way back around. And that was easy. We want some of this stuff here. So I guess that was a mini channel update. There's not a whole lot going on, just because I've been pretty busy here the past couple of days. Strep throat really did not make it better. It was a pretty bad experience. So yeah, like I said, I will be doing Binding of Isaac. That's going to happen shortly after this video goes up, hopefully. Well, it should be the afternoon after this video goes up, I think. That night, it should be the next upload. Then after that, we're coming back with some more Dungeon Souls, and I'm just going to kind of roll with those few games until... because as far as like time is concerned, that's all. I can't stick with like, I can't do 5 or 6 games, you know. I kind of have to stick with 2 or 3 that I can really do, and it worked out to where 2 of them are really easy to make videos for, because Binding of Isaac and Dungeon Souls are very easy to make videos of. You know, they're both games where you'll have, you know, runs that fall within a pretty short time span. The Binding of Isaac, you're typically going to take 30 minutes at a time to finish a run, you know. So this is going to seem pretty slow given the last video. We kind of montaged all this stuff, but I did want to talk a little bit about what was going on. Let's see, new stuff here. Gotta make sure we're lighten everything up as we go. It looks like some of these interconnect with each other, which is cool. As far as like remembering where you are is gonna cause some problems, but I'm usually pretty good with the whole directional awareness thing. So I'm thinking we'll set up our farm, get a decent amount of food going with those cows, hopefully, and then we can work on the house we so talked about. I'm really still having some mild throat issues here. Excuse me. Alright, took a sip of some water there. So it's still like I'm not really recovering from the strep now. It's just that now I'm getting back used to eating normal people food and all that stuff. Now I'm, you know, when I initially had it, I was drinking a ton of water, and now I stopped because I've gone back to my old ways. And I really probably should stick to a lot more water, because that's what you should do. Let's see, we're gonna get this iron out of the roof here. I'm really scared that every time I like break a block, something's gonna fall out of the sky and like try to kill me or something, which is like a valid concern in this cave, it seems. Let's see, we're getting a pretty decent haul here. I'm not going to complain about it for sure. We just can't run into too many enemies. The lack of food is not great if you want to stay alive in this game as it is now. There's definitely been, last time I played, the regeneration system was a lot different than it is now. Like now you kind of, it's like, it's almost like a hybrid of how the game was back in like alpha and beta builds and what it was in like the 1.5 to 1. Whatever era. They kind of, with the 1.9 I guess was the, no 1.10 was the combat, one of them was the combat update. I don't know, I haven't kept up with it very well, but that one was the one where they redid the whole regeneration of health system with the food. So we'll see what, we won't see what happens there because we know what happens. I'm really just kind of rambling at this point. I don't know why I refuse to like make a montage again. They're pretty fun to watch, I guess. I enjoy watching them, but I don't know, I want to do some talking, I guess, even though it may not be as fun, because who wants to listen to me, right? Nope, I thought about it. I'm not going to make a montage. We're just going to talk some more. That being said, I guess given that we're all probably video game nerds here, let's talk about some of that stuff. We're hearing a lot of news about the Nintendo Switch, and I've been reading up a bit on it today, and you know, I'm not going to try to fuel the hype train or anything because that tends to end pretty badly, but I will say that I'm very excited for the console itself. I don't think it's gonna like revolutionize gaming. Nothing I think will change that drastically in one generation, but I think it's taking a step back to the direction of social gaming, because you know, I kind of recently have a younger brother, and I've been slowly getting him into gaming, I guess, and it started with a 2DS. I got him one of those, enjoyed it quite a bit, and then we had an old Wii sitting at the house, and I was like, you know, what could it hurt? It's basically the same thing as what he's playing anyways, and you know, I got a few Mario Kart matches in with him. One of my all-time favorite Nintendo games is Mario Kart. I burned so many hours of my childhood into Mario Kart, and I think to be able to go, you know, we played some split screen stuff on like a, you know, our super old school TV that nobody should probably ever own because it's really bad. But yeah, we played some split screen Mario Kart and, you know, talked to each other when we were playing video games in person, and I think that's something that is missing now, because a lot of the interaction in games is not with your family, and I think that kind of sucks. I think it can be something that the whole family can do, and Nintendo has always been about, you know, making it family friendly, and I really hope the Switch kind of brings us back to that whole concept. It seems like it really will. Like, it'll cater to a lot of people in a lot of good ways, I think. Whew, you really realize how much you ramble when you're doing stuff like this. I just spent 6 minutes talking about that, it feels like, at least, if I looked at the time correctly. I should at least be productive in the last half of this, really, because I feel awful for just like talking you guys' ear off just for the beginning of this while we do some mining. But this is, you know, it's part of the game. If you came to watch this game, this is something you should expect, I guess. I'm not gonna make you sit through it every time, but I wanted to give an update about myself, I guess, what's going on, what took me so long to bring out some more videos, and what to look forward to as far as videos are concerned, because I think there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming up, a lot of good games at least. We'll get further into Dungeon Souls, which I think is going to be awesome. We're going to start The Binding of Isaac, which I know is awesome. It's a great game. It'll be really interesting to see like how I do with it too, because I played a majority of The Binding of Isaac on a PS Vita, so we'll have to see how well I can adjust to playing that mouse and keyboard, which is not something I've ever done. It'll be quite the thing to watch, just to like see me rage because I know how to play the game, but I just can't adjust to keyboard. I know that's how it's gonna be. Like, I'm probably gonna lose my first run like 5 minutes in because I can't play it well with a mouse and keyboard. It's really just a keyboard when you're playing it on your computer, because you're using WASD and the arrow keys. But yeah, so we'll probably cut away here. Stutter some more, please. I think we've seen as much as we can right now safely. I feel like once I come down here with some food, I'll really be able to, you know, clean it out. But as it stands right now, I think we've got enough iron to set ourselves up. We really just need to set up our food situation. So, that said, I'll take a second here to get my bearings on what I need to do, and I will meet you guys above the ground, I guess. So, here we are, back on the surface, watching wheat grow at this point. Yeah, pretty sad existence we have right now. We really are lacking some food here. I did kill a chicken because we really need the food. We're going to follow that up with some gold, I guess, since we don't really want to waste coal right now. And so we're going to work on the farm. I realized that it's not outputting very much wheat, and it's either enough to make bread or enough to breed some cows. I decided we should try to breed the cows, because that's going to really help us out in the long term more than anything else. So let's do that. Just because I don't want to kill them both due to the whole swipe attack thing that exists. What are we calling that? I was really quiet there for a second. It's the murder. It really makes me sad. So, food, gold. What else could you want? So we did get a pretty good haul there from the cave. We got a good bit of iron, good bit of coal. Definitely a start. Looks like we'll probably be able to make the move over to iron tools. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe it's a stretch. I don't know. But this is another one of those situations where we might have to do a montage, guys. Like, I really don't want to, but we're gonna actually watch grass grow. So we're gonna do a farming montage. I wanted to nickname it something silly. Wasn't clever enough to come up with it in a couple of seconds. So yeah, this should be fun, right? Alright guys, small cut in the montage thing, I guess. I was waiting through in one of the night times that occurred during it, and I decided I wanted to build one of these basic egg farms. So we're just shoving it off in a corner here. It's gonna get super annoying right here. I realize that I've already made a huge mistake, but I don't really care too much, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it up to where we're going to have chickens there, make a simple place to like climb up and throw the eggs in, and it's just going to be a pit where they can pop some eggs into this chest, and I just want to get enough to where I can build a farm elsewhere. I just wanted to give a small update on what was going on. I don't know if you heard that pop. That was definitely my knee, and it did not feel great. So anyway, catch you guys after the farming montage. Still no clever name. Sorry. Bye. Well, this whole farming thing is taking very long, and I kind of hope to keep this to a pretty short recording session, so we'll log this as our talky uneventful episode, because that's definitely what it is. We really didn't kickstart much of anything. We got a good amount of materials, and you know, I guess what else can you ask for from early on in a Minecraft world? So you know, obviously next time we hop on, these things will have grown. And I'll do a little bit of off-screen farming of the wheat and stuff, just to where we can build up a decent amount, and maybe I can work on that chicken egg farm. And you know, it's just gonna be a tradition. And now we're gonna cut the episode to some rain, because apparently that's just what we do. So welcome to Gamedill, where the weather's always great. Thanks for watching. Bye guys, see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for staying through my video. This is the early stages of my channel, so once I adjust to making these, I'll kind of go for a bit more consistency. So feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love some feedback from you guys, and until then, peace.